Were we just beta testers? You see, when Black Beacon launched globally, players celebrated the arrival of a promising new Gacha RPG. But weeks later, the game's Chinese server has released, and this has sparked a firestorm of controversy, with global players accusing developers of using them as unpaid beta testers while favoring the CN player base with superior treatment and reward. The growing divide between the two communities has exposed frustrations. We'll be going over a Reddit post that was posted a day ago, where the CN players have gotten 2 times their apology for less bugs. So, where does this start? This started when global servers went live, introducing players to Black Beacon's vibrant world and mechanics. However, the launch was filled with technical issues, frequent crashes, progression blocking bugs. Players reported these problems diligently, assuming their feedback would improve the game for everyone. Instead, the fixes arrived just in time for Black Beacon's Chinese server release, which launched with significantly fewer issues. Global players couldn't help but notice their struggles had smoothed the path for CN users, who faced a polished, stable version of the game from day one. The real controversy erupted when compensation rewards were revealed. After the CN server's launch, which launched with fewer bugs due to the global players reporting issues, the Chinese players were gifted a free standard selector. Global players, however, had only received 30 standard pulls for all the issues they had encountered. I'll be going over this Reddit post where they issue their apology. It reads as follows. The post was by Brutus0077, saying that this convinced me not to spend on this game, not going to play stupid with company who acts like I am a second-class citizen. First, they use us for beta test, and they give CN players more rewards, more than 2 times apology for less bugs. The post reads as follows. Apology and compensation announcement for launch of Black Beacon. Dear Foresight, now be aware this is a translation from Chinese, I believe, so most of the translation won't be 100% accurate, but we can more or less understand what they're saying. This is the logistics team of Shiwen Club. With the deepest guilt and uneasiness, we must solemnly apologize to all the Foresights who are looking, I'm guessing Foresights is seers, to all the Foresights who are looking forward to Black Beacon. Due to our lack of preparation, we have caused black screen problems, login abnormalities, and other problems that seriously affect the experience. We are very sorry that when we first officially meet you, we have brought unnecessary troubles to all the seers who are looking forward to Black Beacon. This is definitely not the way we expect to meet. All members of the logistics team bow deeply to all the seers to apologize. At present, the problem has been improved after emergency repairs by the technical personnel. We will continue to optimize it in the future to ensure the game's experience of all Foresights. We are all aware that the code cannot be hot updated, but the trust that has been betrayed needs to be rebuilt with actions for the subsequent adverse effects caused by the improper handling of the above problems. We will compensate in the following ways. 5-star permanent character selected treasure box times 1, lost time key times 20, and time seeking key times 10. Here we once again solemnly apologize to all seers. I'll just stop there. I will just stop there. So they got a 5-star permanent character selector. This is different from the one you get at the beginning where you pull 30 standard pulls and you get a selector. This is just an item. And apparently their rewards, as stated here, we'll just read it. Apparently the compensation is straight to the mail as well instead of a code. Now, if it's straight to the mail, that means it will last longer than the 3-day code we had gotten. Because if you remember, we had gotten this apology was a code that lasted 3 days. They are getting compensation in the mail, which will last 31 days, meaning someone who joins the game 29 days later will still be able to get that chest and get that 5-star selector. Whereas our rewards, which were sent into the mail, if you had joined on day 4, you were no longer able to get them, whilst you were still faced with the same bugs that they were apologizing for. Now this is what has caused the backlash. There's also been a criticism which has intensified as players compared how developers address concerns. When CN players reported minor bugs post-launch, fixes were deployed within hours. Global players, however, recall waiting days or even weeks for solutions to game-breaking issues with minimal communication. The disparity in urgency reinforced suspicions that the CN server, often a lucrative market for gacha games, was being prioritized over global players. The community has retaliated. Social media is flooded with accusations of regional favoritisms, while app stores such as Google Play and Apple App Store are being bombarded with 1-star reviews. Many players have emailed support threatening to refund purchases or quit entirely unless compensation is matched. At the heart of the outrage is the question of respect. Why should global players fund and test a game only to watch another region reap the benefits? The free 5-star selector has become a symbol of this imbalance, with fans arguing that equal rewards are the bare minimum to acknowledge their contributions. This controversy taps into a long-standing tension in live service gaming. Global players often feel like second-class citizens, while delayed updates, poorer support, and lesser rewards compared to CN or Japanese servers. Black Beacon's situation has amplified these frustrations, framing global users as unpaid quality testers rather than valued customers. The backlash also highlights a growing demand for equity in an industry that frequently segments its player base. So the question is, were the global players just beta testers, or are they simply being treated as lesser? If anything, I hope that this selector comes to global as well. It would only make sense for us to get the selector, as we faced more issues than the CN players.